Good day, everyone. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. I remain your host, Benga by name. This day, I want to speak to you on one of the entrepreneurial skills that you can make use of anywhere you are. Now, this entrepreneurial skill is egg supply business. Egg supplying business. This business, if you take it very seriously, in fact, it's a skill that if you have the finances to go into it, you can settle with it without doing any other job. And for you to succeed in it, you don't need a pottery. Every category of people can make gain from the egg supply business. It just depends on your entrepreneurial skill which you are going to develop or which you have already. Now, for you to understand what I'm talking about, this is a crate of egg. What I'm holding here is a crate of egg. And a crate of egg contains 30 eggs. It contains 30 eggs. Now, how are you going to make money from egg supply business? Now, people that make use of eggs on a daily basis are your main target. I'll first talk about where you sell the eggs to. Those who make use of eggs on a daily basis are your main target. And you look for areas where they use the egg in large quantities. One of such areas, surprisingly, are campuses. University campuses, polytechnic campuses, college of education campuses, all over the world. Anywhere you have campuses, they eat eggs a lot, especially in Africa, where we make egg roll. They have egg roll, they make meat pie, and all these they use eggs in the production. Students leave their homes and they get to the school. During the time they are not having lectures, they move around to where they eat. And some that even eat, they buy rice, they eat egg with the rice. Some buy, they eat solid food like eba, amala, semo, fufu. They still take egg with it. In fact, some prefer taking eggs even than meat or fish, because sometimes egg is cheaper than fish that they may want to buy, or even cheaper than meat. So some students opt for eggs. Now, the main target, the main place where the supply comes from is those who make egg roll. In some institutions, you see the way students queue as they are still making the egg roll to come out, still frying the egg roll. Students are on the queue, waiting and making requests that, Madam, I'm the one that have that egg roll. My egg roll, it's me that you are going to give. Oh, it's me that you are going to give that egg roll. And they are waiting. And they like the egg roll hot and ready. Sometimes a single store that sells egg roll on campuses can sell 10 crates or even 20 crates of eggs in a day. Make the calculation by yourself. A crate of eggs contains 30 eggs. And then 10 crates means 300 means 300 eggs. And that simply also means 300 egg rolls sold in a day. So a single store can sell 300 egg rolls in a day, because they sell it in the morning, they sell it in the afternoon, they sell it in the night. In Africa, most of these students, they have lecture from 8 a.m. till around 6 p.m. And then the lecture rooms is for about 1,000, 2,000 students. Out of this number, most of them, they take egg roll. Now, these 1,200 students, they are not the same students that will be in that particular lecture hall or lecture theater where the egg roll seller is located. A set of students can be there from 8 to 11. Then they will move to another location. Another set of students will take over from them and be there from 12 to 4. So you have 2,000 students initially, about 4,000 students, 2,000 in the morning, 2,000 in the afternoon, about 4,000 students. Now, apart from this, most of these lecture theaters are not locked after use. So some students stay behind or even spend the night in the lecture hall to study what they have been taught during the day, especially during exams again. They stay behind during exams and tests to study into the night. So in fact, some do night reading. They study over the night in those classes. And that is boom of market for the egg roll sellers. So that's boom of market for the egg roll sellers. And automatically that's also boom of market for the egg sellers. Now, where does the money come from? We just talk about a crate of eggs that it contains 30 eggs. And we'll talk about that, okay, you can supply at least 10 crates of egg to a particular egg roll seller. Let's even say you sell 5 crates of egg to a particular egg roll seller. You supply 5 crates of egg to a particular egg roll seller. Now, out of these 5 crates, let's assume you are making 100 naira from the crate. You buy the eggs at 800 from the farm. I will tell you how to locate the farms in a jiffy. You buy the eggs at 800 naira and you sell a crate of egg to those people at 900 naira. Sometimes you may even be lucky to buy it at 800 and sell it at 1000 or at 950. It depends. But let's assume the average profit on a crate that you will make is 100 naira. And you sell 10 crates to one person in a day. Every day you are selling 10 crates. That means every day you are making 100 naira times 10 crates, which is 1000 naira on 10 crates. So if you make 1000 naira on 10 crates, in a week, Monday to Friday, you have made 5000 naira. In 2 weeks, you have made 10,000. In 3 weeks, you have made 15,000. In 4 weeks, you have made 20,000 naira from supplying of egg just to people. And that's just supplying 10 crates of egg. Now, let's assume that you have a network of people that sell egg roll, that make snacks in the same area. What do? You supply 5 crates in this place, 10 crates in this place, 20 crates here, 10 crates here, 10 crates here. If you have bakery who are involved in bakery, they also buy eggs. You supply them. By the time you do this, if you're able to supply 50 crates in a day, or you're able to supply 100 crates in a day, 100 crates times 100 naira profit on one crate is 100 crates multiplied by 100 naira. That is 10,000 naira in a day. 10,000 naira in a day multiplied by 5. That is 50,000 naira in a week. Multiplied by 2 weeks. That is 100,000. Multiplied by 4 weeks, which make 1 month. That is 200,000 naira profit. What now? You may be asking, where do I get the eggs from? You get the eggs from the farms. You get the egg from the farms. Now, when I talk about the farms, there are people that have small poultries in their backyard and around. Those ones cannot meet your demand. They can't meet your demand. And even if they can meet your demand for the eggs, they will not be able to sell to you at a good price because they are small scale. So, you go to big farms at the outskirts of any city where you reside. You go to, and if you are residing on the outskirts, like in Lagos, I know about Obasanjo farms. People go to that farm at Ota, from Yanopada, from Agege, from all over Lagos. People go to that farm to go and pick eggs. The eggs are big, the eggs are great. In fact, I understand that some of the eggs from Obasanjo farm are exported. They are taken outside of the country. But despite that, it still serve people around that still need the eggs. So they go to the outskirts. The farm located around Ogun State, outskirts just on the around Ogun State, outskirts of Lagos State. So people go there, they will buy it, bring it into Lagos State, and then they will sell. And then they will sell it. The eggs, you may be wondering, some of the eggs are going to break, they are going to crack. Yes, those ones that break in transit or that crack in transit, you put them, in the moment you get to your location, you take them. Just a few are going to break in transit because you are going to arrange them as in piles. You arrange the eggs in piles. So they'll be properly arranged. So they cannot just break anyhow like that. The eggs are arranged. So they are not breakable. They don't break like that. And God forbid of accidents. Most times these things just flow easily. Now, you get the eggs from the outskirts. You book for the eggs. You can book for 100 crates at a go. And you get your transport. It is very, very good that you have means of transportation. It makes it very, very easy, very, very simple for you. Let me tell you the secret of this supply chain. The people who are making the egg roll or who are making the one at the bakery, who are making all those things, they don't have, they prefer somebody to come and supply the product, the eggs to them. They prefer, instead of them to go, they also know where the farms are, but how can they leave the bread production? How can they leave the egg roll production and the selling of other snacks and mineral? And then when they leave it, and then they now start going to the farm on the outskirts, and then they will now come and be doing everything themselves. So it doesn't make sense. So they are very delighted when somebody can come to them and said, I can supply these items to you. It's a big plus for them. It's a big relief for them. They are very happy. They are very enthusiastic. When somebody comes to them and says, this item you are doing, I can supply it. So they feel happy with that person individual that said he can make the supply. They will just sit at their store. The person brings the product. And that is it. So that is the secret behind it. You may be looking at, okay, how am I sure this person will need? You'll be surprised until you go and ask that, okay, I can be supplying you eggs. The moment they you tell them that, they will say, please bring samples and then let us see how big it is. And you make sure that you go to, that's why I say go to outskirts. Go to outskirts of any city where you are and get the eggs. Those outskirts, the farms on the outskirts, they are looking for buyers. They are looking for buyers. So if you can get 100 crates, you get 100 crates of the eggs, that can take you for that week. Or every 2 days, every 3 days, depending on how large you make the market. You see, egg production is a big business. It's a great business. Egg supply is a big business, a great business. Go to big farms on the outskirts. They are usually located on the outskirts of most cities. Most cities, they are located. And then you go to those big farms, you negotiate with them, and you buy your crate. These crates are not too expensive. This is the paper crate. They make it from carton. So but you don't need to make it. You can buy the crates. The crates sells for 40 naira to 50 naira each. In Nigeria, except for about 14 naira to 15 naira. That is this empty crate they are going to use to pack the eggs. So it sells for 14 naira to 15 naira. And before it gets replaced, before you use it and it gets spoiled or get depreciation sets in, you will have made much more of what you have invested in it. So what you need a good van, a good vehicle like a pickup, or you need like a Sienna, a vehicle that has space. It's better you have a vehicle that has space inside, so that when rain falls, rain will not beat the eggs. When the sun is shining, the sun will not directly on the eggs. You need that, a good vehicle. Then you need to be able to drive. The vehicle must be in good condition and must take at least 100 crates of eggs or more than that. Then you'll be able to drive and be everything about the vehicle in order. Then locate the source of the egg farms on the outskirts of the farm. Usually they are not located in the main towns. They are located on the outskirts. Now, after locating the source of the eggs on the outskirts, then you negotiate with them. Then negotiate with people that you are going to sell to in the town. You negotiate with them. So the moment they even know that you sell eggs, when you land, you tell people even around that are retailers around, you can supply to them. Some of them can come and buy 5 crates. Some of them can come and buy 4 crates. And it just depends because it makes sense to them. This business is a very good business. And it is one of the businesses that you should be thinking of going into. There are many other businesses or ideas I'll be sharing with you, but this is one you should be planning of going into. Now, how much do you need to go into this business? Let's assume that a crate of egg is 800 from the farm, or let's put it on the, let's just say 800. It can be 900 depending on the size of the egg. It can even be 950 depending on the size of the egg and the location. But I'm not sure it can be more than that from the farm. It shouldn't be more than 800, even sometimes 700, 750, and thereabout. Now, if you are buying 100 crates at 800 naira, 800 times 100, that means you need 80,000. After you have your vehicle, after you have your crate, you need 80,000 naira for the direct purchase of the eggs. Now, 100,000, each crate, maybe you sell it at 900. If you sell each crate at 900, that means you're going to make a profit of 100 naira per crate. 100 naira per crate. Now, if you sell each crate at 900, multiply by 100 crates, that means 90,000 naira for that voyage alone. 90,000 minus 80,000 gives you 10,000 naira for that trip. Gives you 10,000 naira. The cost, the amount you're going to spend, you cannot spend more than 1,500 or even 1,000 on fueling for that trip. So your profit, let's say your profit margin is about 8,000 from that. If you put other things, or even 7,000, if you want to look at the car maintenance, if you want to be saving for the car maintenance, let's say you spend 8,000 that you make. But note that you can even sell some of the eggs more than 900. You sell at 900 to those who are reselling. If you are selling the egg directly to those who are consuming it, you cannot sell the eggs at 900 except you just want to give it to them at giveaway price. So this is a very, very lucrative business that you can go into as you are moving on in life. Somebody said, when people say that there's no opportunity, opportunities are everywhere. It is just left for you. Now you are looking at, oh, I'm a student. I'm a student. I don't have a vehicle that can carry egg. I don't have 80,000. I don't have 100,000 that I can use to buy to get the eggs. Now, if maybe you're a student, maybe you're a copper, maybe you are somewhere as a student, and then you are thinking, how can I augment and be able to save? Now, in your hostel where you are, let's assume that you have a room to yourself, or you and a friend, you are sharing the room, and then all the other students around in the hostels. You can buy 2 crates of egg, 2 crates, and put it in your home, in your hostel, and put a sign outside that I'm selling egg. Or since you just tell them by word of mouth and go around and tell them I'm selling eggs in so place, and this is my room number. I sell eggs. Now they will ask you, how much do you sell the eggs? You tell them, oh, I sell the eggs at 25 naira. I sell the eggs at 30 naira. 30 naira, sometimes 40 naira, sometimes 15 naira, but let's just say 40 naira. So that instead of the students that are living around you going far to go and buy their retail eggs, they find it easier to buy from you because you are close by. They find it easier. In fact, they can even call you on the phone and say, please bring 5 eggs for us. And then you go, you take the egg and you take it to them. The room is just about 2 or 3 rooms away. So before you know it, if you are able to do that, you sell the egg to them at 40 naira. 40 times 30. There's 30 eggs in the crate. You bought the egg at 800 or 900, at let's say 900 from the wholesaler that bought it from the farm. He sold it to you. He bought it at 800, sold it to you at that 900. Now you went ahead to sell the eggs at 40 naira each. 40 naira times 30, that is 1,200. 1,200. You can sell that, and that means you made a profit of 300 naira. 300 naira. You didn't enter transport to anywhere. You didn't go to anywhere. It's just within. In fact, most times they come to meet you and they ask they knock on your door and you give them the eggs. That means from 900 make 300. If you make that 300 naira, let's say you sell those eggs, you sell like 3 or 4 crates in a week, depending on the location. Let's even say you sell 2 crates in a week. In a week, you are making extra 600 naira. Extra 600 naira. Extra 600 naira. Extra 600 naira. In 2 weeks, you make 1,200. In a month, you make a larger amount. And I'm telling you, you can make more than that. This idea I'm sharing with you, I shared this idea with somebody many years ago. The individual was a youth corper, NYSC, in Nigeria. In Nigeria, after the university education or the polytechnic education, after a person become a graduate for a 4-year or 5-year course, or for at least 4-year course, the person goes ahead to serve the nation for a year. And during this time, the people have some free time. That individual was a copper and doing her NYC, and then she was complaining about his money. I gave her what I could give, and I just sold this idea to her. And then she bought into it. By the time I was finishing my NYSC, she came in after I got to the NYSC. She was like a junior to me in the NYSC. By the time I was finishing, she was coming to thank me that, this idea I sold to her, because we are living different places, that this idea I sold to her, that she utilized the idea. And then she saw that the idea, it helped her. That I'm speaking to you, when I was serving, I used to sell eggs. I used to sell eggs to the couples that we stay together. We used to sell eggs to them. I buy the eggs just in an open place in the market. I buy the crates, put it in a container. I don't even have crates. Just put it in a container, a hollow container, and I put it in. I just say I sell eggs. Before you know, they all call, Dave, please give me 2 eggs there, this, and then before you know it, they by calculation. In those days, I used to buy the eggs for 450 naira. I sell it. I make a profit of 150. I sell it. At the end of the day, I make 600 naira. From 450, I get 600. So that means by the time I sell 3 eggs, 3 pieces of eggs, by the time I sell 3 of the eggs, I'm qualified to eat 1. Anybody that buy 3 of the eggs from me, I've paid for 1 of my own egg. Anytime anybody buy 3 of the eggs from me, I've paid for 1 of my own eggs. So the moment I sell 3 of the eggs, I'm qualified to eat 1 of the egg for free. Now, you may be looking at why this person, you are a poor boy. Why are you telling us about all these business ideas and all this thing? I'm not a poor boy. I'm a very, very rich individual. I'm a very rich individual. I don't come and be asking for money because everybody have 24 hours. We all have our 2 hands. We have our two. Even those people that don't have hands, they are doing some things with their legs. They are doing things. I'm rich to be able to take care and to meet my own needs and to be able to assist those that God brought my way and inspired me to assist and inspires them to come my way. Now, what I'm trying to say is that don't look at it that, oh, how can I be doing, how can I be selling eggs? How can I be doing it? Let me tell you, when I was serving as a copper, I won't tell you the place. When I was serving as a copper somewhere in northern Nigeria, I was serving there and I was selling eggs. I was snapping eggs and snapping photographs, and they're making cool money, making some cool change, which I used for some personal uses and personal development uses. So there were some guys that were living together. Those guys, they don't cook. They don't cook. They go to restaurants to eat. They go to restaurants. Coppers going to restaurants to eat. Morning they go to restaurants. Afternoon they go to restaurants. In the night they go. Those days, the federal government of Nigeria pays coppers 7,500 naira. These students go to restaurants to eat every time. These coppers. By the time after a week, they confided. They said they spend 5,000 naira in a week. That means in 2 weeks they will spend 10,000. In 3 weeks they spend more than that. In 4 weeks they have spent how much? 30,000, and they have been paid. No, in 4 weeks. In 3 weeks they have spent 15,000. In 4 weeks they have spent 20,000. That means in a month they spend 20,000 on food. Whereas the federal government is paying coppers 7,500. Where do they get the balance? More than 12,500 that they get. Some of them still ask for money from their parents at home. Their parents are still sending money to them in service, not in service. They cannot use their medulla oblongata. They cannot use their cerebellum to think and to allow and to move their life forward. I was surprised. 2 months to the end of the NYSC, these students started. I heard that they were selling soap, they were selling milk, and they were selling other such things, basic daily need of people. And I laughed, and I said it was too late. This was not the time they ought to start. They ought to have started when the NYSC was starting. So you are going for NYSC or you are in NYSC now. Why can't you think and go into egg business quickly and go and buy milk in the market and be selling to fellow coppers? You buy the milk in retail, sell it to them. Buy it in the wholesale, sell it to them in retail. Buy soap, buy Omo that they use every time and put it in your room somewhere. And then you be selling to them. When they buy 4 of the soap, they have paid for 1 of your soap. Use your brain. You're a copper. You're a copper. You may be employed in a company as a marketer. You may be employed in a pharmaceutical drug producing company as a marketer. And you go out to market. These are jobs. These are jobs. And you go out to market. This one, you market it yourself. You may be employed in 7-Up. You may be employed in Coca-Cola. You may be employed anywhere, any company that sells things. And there are so many companies now. The marketers are making good money. Good money. Even more than those in the production. Rise up. This is an opportunity for you. This is a good time for you. In advanced countries like the US, like the UK, students, even in secondary school, they do holiday jobs. During the holidays, they do jobs. There was a time it was in the news. Obama, his daughter, she was working in a restaurant in the US during the holidays. You can check it out on YouTube too. Obama's daughter was working. The president of America at that time was working in doing holiday job. I have big boys that told me that when they were in UK, they used to pick mangoes. They pick oranges. So they will pick the oranges. They pick the oranges that are falling down, that are there, and then they put it in a bucket, and they take it, deliver it somewhere. So the number of buckets they are able to pick is equivalent to the number of money they are going to get. All these advanced countries teach their citizens to make money and to be able to work for money and not just to be waiting for money to come and meet them. Money does not come from heaven. You have to do something, and then the money is going to come. I'll see you some other time in my next video, which I'll be talking about another opportunity, academic opportunity, entrepreneurship opportunity, success opportunity, success gist, and talk. See, if you keep on listening to what I'm saying, I said it, after 1 year, if your life does not change, if you take action based on what I'm saying, and after 1 year your life remains the same, please don't watch this channel again. That means we are not connected. I'm telling you, I go to somewhere, they tell me that if I keep coming here, after 6 months, it's a boast. After 6 months that I hear what they are saying, and my life remains the same, that means the person should go another place. That means that is not where it's meant for the person. If you watch this channel for 1 year and you make use of what I'm saying, and at the end of 1 year your life remains the same, you see that you are not benefiting, please don't watch the channel again. But if you do what I say you should do, I am very sure by next year you will have doubled, you will have tripled, you will have quadrupled, you will have increased in multiple folds in every good area of your life. I will see you in my next video. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and then click the notification button so that when I upload another video, you can see it and you can also utilize it. I will talk to you some other time. To our success and to our victory. Bye for now.